Ontario has just made one of the biggest changes to its immigration program in years. On June 26, 2026, Ontario officially announced a major redesign of the Ontario Immigrant Nominee Program, also known as the OINP. The former 8 immigration streams have now been removed and replaced with one new route called the Ontario Workforce Priority Stream. And here is what makes this update important. The new system is designed to cover workers across every national occupational classification level, including skilled workers, lower skilled workers, and some self-employed physicians. So, whether you work in healthcare, construction, technology, hospitality, agriculture, transport, manufacturing, administration, or another occupation, this new program may be worth watching closely. Welcome to WayFinder Immigration. On this channel, we share verified information to help you understand legal pathways for moving abroad for work, study, and permanent residence. In this video, I will explain the new Ontario Workforce Priority Stream, the 3 categories under the program, the occupations that may qualify, and what you should start preparing before the expression of interest system opens. First, let us understand what changed. Before this redesign, Ontario operated 8 different immigration streams. These included the Employer Job Offer Foreign Worker Stream, International Student Stream, In-Demand Skills Stream, Master's Graduate Stream, PhD Graduate Stream, Human Capital Priorities Stream, French-speaking skilled worker stream, and the skilled trades stream. These former streams have now been closed. Ontario has introduced a single new program called the Ontario Workforce Priority Stream. And this is the first phase of a 2-phase redesign intended to make the program more focused on employer needs, labor shortages, and workers who already have arranged employment in Ontario. The new stream has 3 main categories. The first category is the Tier 0 to 3 pathway. This category covers jobs classified under Tier 0, 1, 2, and 3 of Canada's National Occupational Classification System. These are generally management, professional, technical, skilled trade, and supervisory occupations. Examples may include managers in different industries, accountants and financial professionals, software developers and information technology professionals, engineers and engineering technicians, registered nurses and other eligible healthcare professionals, early childhood educators, chefs and cooks, electricians, plumbers, carpenters, welders, mechanics, and other skilled tradespeople, administrative professionals, transport supervisors, construction professionals, agricultural supervisors, and many other occupations classified under Tier 0, 1, 2, or 3. The important point is that Ontario has not limited this category to a short list of selected occupations. The official announcement says the pathway is open to all Tier 0 to 3 occupations, provided the applicant meets the other requirements. You must generally have a full-time and permanent job offer from an eligible employer in Ontario. The minimum work experience requirement can be met in different ways. You may qualify if you have worked for the job offer employer in the same position for at least 6 consecutive months during the previous 12 months. Recent Ontario graduates may qualify with 3 consecutive months of work for the employer during the previous 12 months. You may also qualify through 2 years of cumulative work experience during the previous 5 years in the same NOC occupation. Applicants who are properly licensed for a regulated occupation may be exempt from the work experience requirement. The language requirement is generally Canadian Language Benchmark Level 6, although some occupations may qualify with CLB Level 5. Applicants must also generally have a post-secondary degree or diploma. The second category is the Tier 4 to 5 pathway. This is an important development because it creates a route for people working in occupations that are sometimes described as intermediate or entry-level jobs. The pathway is open to all occupations classified under Tier 4 and Tier 5. Possible examples may include home support workers and caregivers, food counter attendants and kitchen helpers, hotel and accommodation service workers, retail workers, general farm workers, harvesting laborers, construction laborers, factory and manufacturing workers, cleaners, delivery service workers, warehouse workers, transport-related support workers, landscaping workers, and other occupations falling under Tier 4 or Tier 5. Again, the occupation must be correctly classified under Canada's current NOC system. The applicant must normally have a full-time and permanent job offer in Ontario. For this category, the applicant must have at least 9 months of cumulative work experience during the previous 2 years in the job offer position with the employer offering the job. The minimum language requirement is CLB Level 4. The applicant must also have at least a Canadian secondary school diploma or an equivalent foreign qualification. This pathway may create opportunities for workers who were previously limited to a narrow list of in-demand occupations. However, having an occupation in Tier 4 or 5 does not automatically make someone eligible. You will still need an eligible employer, an eligible permanent job offer, the required work experience, education, language test, and an invitation from Ontario. The third category is for self-employed physicians. This category is different because eligible self-employed physicians may qualify without a traditional job offer. To qualify, a physician must be a member in good standing with the College of Physicians and Surgeons of Ontario. The person must hold an eligible certificate of registration, such as an independent, academic, or provisional registration. The physician must also be eligible to bill through the Ontario Health Insurance Plan, commonly known as OHIP. This category is specifically designed to support physicians practicing in Ontario, including those who may work under self-employed arrangements rather than a normal employer-employee relationship. Now, there is one very important warning. The expression of interest system for this new program is not open yet. Ontario has closed the previous EOI system to new registrations. No further invitations will be issued under the former streams. Ontario has stated that the new Ontario Workforce Priority Expression of Interest system is expected to open later in the summer of 2026. For now, this is the best time to prepare. First, identify your correct NOC code and tier category. Second, update your CV to Canadian standards. Third, gather your education documents, employment reference letters, passport, language test results, licenses, and professional registrations. Fourth, begin researching genuine Ontario employers in your occupation. And fifth, avoid agents or recruiters promising guaranteed nominations, guaranteed jobs, or guaranteed permanent residence. Remember that an Ontario nomination is not the final permanent residence decision. Ontario can nominate eligible applicants, but the Government of Canada makes the final decision on permanent residence. To summarize, the redesigned Ontario Workforce Priority Stream has 3 categories. Tier 0 to 3, workers with eligible permanent job offers. At Tier 4 to 5, workers with eligible permanent job offers. And qualifying self-employed physicians who may apply without a traditional job offer. The program is broader than the old system because it includes pathways covering all NOC tier levels. But the expression of interest system is not open yet. Subscribe to WayFinder Immigration and turn on your notifications, because as soon as Ontario opens the new EOI system, I will publish a full update showing you exactly how to apply. Share this video with someone who wants to work and settle permanently in Canada. Thank you for watching WayFinder Immigration.